another Thursday afternoon in Cubao, Quezon City. Yan po, nasa labas ng Araneta Coliseum. That is the venue for Thursday action here at the Araneta for UAAP Season 66. And this afternoon, it's going to be the University of the Philippines Fighting Maroons going up against the De La Salle Green Archers. And hello once again, everyone. And we are here inside now, the Araneta Coliseum, where Marvin Cruz, the sensational rookie, and company will go up against Joseph Yo and the rest of the De La Salle Green Archers. I'm Jude Torquato. Joining me in this coverage for this afternoon is Ryan Gregorio.
Good afternoon to you, Jude, and good afternoon again to all the televiewers. De La Salle up there and hoping to have a tie, a share of the tie at least sa ating mga leaderboard, while on the other hand, UP, they're in danger of ending the season at the cellar, so they really want to play hard today, at least towards the end of their season, para hindi sila doon mapunta sa ilalim natin.
Sabi mo nga, Ryan, nasa ilalim sila, and the reason why they are at the bottom of the standings currently is because in the first game, a shocker, the NU Bulldogs defeating the Ateneo de Manila Blue Eagles, the defending champs, by 14 points. 76-62. Brian Tolentino, the shooter from NU, had 24 points, 11 rebounds, and really shot lights out for the Bulldogs, a double-double for NU. So the Bulldogs winning their second game of the season, surpassing UP. So UP has to win this ball game to keep in stride with the Bulldogs with 2 wins for season 66 so far. So ngayon, yan ang challenge for UP is to get this upset and catch NU at that lower rung of the standing.
Well, because of the loss of Ateneo de Manila University earlier, they missed that outside slot in the semifinals. So up there, FEU, Ateneo still ranked second with 8-3. And if De La Salle University wins in today's ball game, they'll be just half a game behind Ateneo. And again, University of the Philippines, they're 1-8 right now, occupying the tail end of the standing. Nothing much is at stake here, although there's still a slim mathematical chance that they can still make it to the top 4. But more than anything, I think this game is all about pride for you.
So the De La Salle Green Archers having a glimpse of hope. In fact, they're already going to be half a game behind Ateneo if they do beat the Fighting Maroons today. Well, let's take a look at the numbers for these two teams. We're going to see it's very contrasting, as the De La Salle Green Archers, known for their defense, have been very good on offense this year.
Well, they've been the best here as far as offense is concerned here in the league. 77.4 as compared to only 66.8 for UP. In defense, because UP wants a slow game, they're defending well, but that doesn't mean that DLSU cannot play defense. But the thing is with UP, and look at that stat of DLSU, is their field goal percentage, 45.6% from the field. Best in the league again, while UP 32.5, so no go-to player for UP. That's why they're struggling as far as offense is concerned. And then also their shot selection, while on rebounds, there's one bright spot for UP. They're getting more rebounds than DLSU. Maybe because they're missing a lot of shots. That's why they have a lot of more chances to get offensive rebounds.
Well, Ryan, the last time these two teams met was the second week of the UAAP Season 66, and the De La Salle Green Archers winning that ball game by 9 points. And there you see the point production for both Cardona and Robin leading most of their teams.
But this is also one game where UP led even at the end of the third quarter, but with a big fourth quarter onslaught of De La Salle, they were able to pull through and won eventually by 9 points. And the free throw shooting, both teams really struggled big time. Only 41% for DLSU and 40% for UP, a total of 22 misses. And the leading scorer in that game for La Salle, Mark Cardona, with 14 points, and UP, Kenneth Robin. Unfortunately for all the fans of Kenneth Robin, he will be missing the rest of the games for UP because of a knee injury.
Well, let's take a look at the De La Salle Green Archers side now. They need this win, like we said, to stay half a game behind the Ateneo de Manila Blue Eagles. And you saw that Mark Cardona was the leading scorer when they played UP in the first round. But Mark Cardona has been hot for the Green Archers. In fact, the last time they played was against USC, and he was definitely very hot.
It's been the focal point on offense for Coach Franz Sumaren. He scored 26 points in a very high field goal percentage, and to top that, he got 13 rebounds. So double-double performance for Mark Cardona. He's the tournament best as far as scoring is concerned, 20.1 points per ball game and close to 56% field goal. So when you talk about offense, you always look for Mark Cardona to deliver the goods for De La Salle.
Well, let's go now to the UP Fighting Maroons side. When you talk about UP, one of the guys that have been very surprising, actually very solid for the Fighting Maroons, has been Kenneth Robin. But now that he's injured, a couple of guys have had to step up in his place, and one of those guys is that guy on your screen, the Brazilian Robson Bornantin.
Well, it took him time to get his scoring game going for him, but he really did wonders as far as against scoring is concerned against UP. He scored 15 points and grabbed 6 rebounds. And his partner, Josan Cervantes, double-double performance also for him, 13 points and 13 rebounds. So these two players, Coach Tito Vergara is hoping that again they can score and get a lot of rebounds for his team to have a chance against the powerhouse De La Salle University.
Mga kaibigan, almost ready to start this ball game. UP against the De La Salle Green Archers. It's coming up next after these messages.
Magandang hapon, UAAP fans! Handang-handa na ba kayo magsimula? Simulan na natin ang labanan. Let's get it on with the player intros brought to you by Nescafe. Masarap na simula. First up, originating from Diliman, determined and driven, here are your UP Fighting Maroons. Done for a fearless drive through the lane in the ice dock. This former Red Goblin into the offense at guard 6 feet, number 4, team captain, Sophie Almeida. Making a comeback after sitting out last campaign, hailing from the land of Samba, Brazil. At forward 6'3", number 9, Rob Bornensen. Playing in his first season after leading the UPIS Preps to the UAAP Junior title last year. At point guard 5'8", number 11, Marvelous Marvin Cruz. Hard-nosed and scrappy at forward 6'4", number 13, Josan Cervantes. And one of the most sought-after big men from the high school ranks last season, this former NCAA Juniors MVP from Lechon is due for a breakout year at center, 6'7", number 19, J.R. Reyes. Head coach for the Fighting Maroons in his first season is Tito Vergara. And now, coming all the way from Taft, they're lethal and always on target. Give it up for last year's runner-up, the De La Salle University Green Archers. This fifth-year player is one of the most underrated big men in the league. At center, standing 6'6", number 6, Manny Ramos. He may be small, but size doesn't matter when you've got guts. Playing his second year out of Xavier High. At guard 5'7", number 11, G.Y. Tang. Possessing basketball in his blood. This big man provides points and rebounds when needed. At forward 6'3", number 5, Jun Kabatu. Despite being a first-year player, this former PUP standout plays like a veteran. At forward 6'3", number 16, Sherwin Gaku. And a former Rookie of the Year, this hyperactive player is the focal point of LaSalle's offense with this variety of moves. At guard forward 6'1", number 17, Captain Hook, Matt Cardona. Head coach for the Archers in the 6th season is Franz Kumaras.
Po mga kaibigan, the starting lineups for both squads, and it's Tito Vergara and Franz Kumaran, by the way, the head coaches for the Fighting Maroons and Green Archers respectively. So Cruz, Almeida, Reyes, Bornensen, along with Cervantes for UP, and Almeida also there started off. Cervantes missing a shot for La Salle. It's Ramos, Cardona, Tan, Cabatu, and Sherwin Gaco. So Ramos for the first possession of the Green Archers. 0-0 our score. Cardona, left-handed drive against Bornensen. The floating jumper doesn't go. Rebound inside for the Fighting Maroons. Sophie Almeida puts on the brakes. There's a lot of green shirts back on defense. He goes in anyway, shoots it up against Ramos and misses the shot. And LaSalle goes back on offense. Still 0-0. Almost a minute gone by here in the first quarter. Inside they go to Sherwin Gaco. Drives baseline against Cervantes. The help defense by Reyes. Works out, gets the Parsons block. And Marvin Cruz now with the ball. Cruz inside. Picks up his dribble. His pass tipped away. Stolen. Tang has him. Tang with the ball against Bornensen. Tang stacks and pops. Book it. First basket for G.Y. Tang and to break the ice. So cold. So again, every time De La Salle makes that shot, they're continuing with that press. And UP has to make good decisions in their shot selection to have a chance in this ball game. Not only that, they should take good care of the basketball because of the quick hands of La Salle. They will be forcing a lot of turnovers. If UP is not careful, then UP might lose this here in the first quarter alone. Well, that was almost another turnover. You saw T.Y. Tang get the 2 points. He is part of our Smart Buddy prepaid matchup against the rookie Marvin Cruz. Their numbers are very similar, so we'll see how these numbers go throughout the rest of the game. J.R. Reyes losing control, but taken by Bornantin with 1 on the shot clock. That doesn't hit anything, so it's a 24-second violation for the Fighting Maroons.
That's exactly, again, the shot selection. The ball just died in the hands of J.R. Reyes, and Bornantin had nothing else to think about but to shoot that ball from way beyond the three-point area. So again, another turnover for UP.
Well, let's go now to Michelle Sarto to give us something to think about from courtside of UP.
Yes, as you can tell, we have 2 more players with major injuries. We have Beck Melendez was injured during that Saturday's game. We have MCL, but this is the first stage. She was able to play during the last couple of games. We also have Claude Benson, another player who was injured last Monday, and he has ACL and will be out for the rest of the season. We have a noticeably smaller team, but the Fighting Spirit is still as strong as ever. All 13 players are ready to play to step up and take their school proud. Back to you, Jude and Ryan.
Thank you very much, Michelle. So the walking wounded for the Fighting Maroons. Not only have they had a tough time and have heartbreak losses, I mean, they've had heartbreak injuries as well here this season.
That's right, and the biggest casualty as far as UP is concerned is Kenneth Robin, is the leader as far as scoring is concerned for UP. In fact, he's the only guy who's averaging in double figures. But again, because of that MCL injury, he will kiss this season goodbye and he will just prepare hard for next season's UAAP. But once again, another turnover for UP, aided by the top defense of DLSU. So nothing has gone right in the first 6 possessions for UP. It's either turnover or bad shot selection.
Here's Mac Cantona, and once he gets an opening within 10 feet, almost always he's going to get it through the basket, and he gives LaSalle a 6-point lead here, as UP still has not scored. Marvin Cruz drives against T.Y. Tang, gives it to J.R. Reyes, baseline jumper, air ball, loose. Cruz gets the rebound, but missed the follow. Cabatu pushing it up for LaSalle. Cabatu out to Cardona, fakes the 3, drives inside, back to Cabatu. Cabatu floating jumper, he's fouled. He'll be given 2 free throws. Let's now go on the other side of the court to Hazel Aguilon for her update on the Green Archers.
Although they are number 1 in terms of offense and field goal percentage, the DLSU Green Archers believe that defense has been their key ingredient to success so far in this tournament. That is why they want to remain sharp on both ends of the floor. The Archers also know that although some of UP's key players are missing in action this afternoon, the Maroons can still be very dangerous, so they cannot take them lightly because anything can happen in this game. Back to you, Jude and Ryan.
Thank you very much, Bingo, as Cabatu missing the first free throw. And there you see the UP bench that has been decimated with injuries. Cabatu makes 1 out of 2, and it's now a 7-point advantage. In fact, UP still has not scored. Robson Bornantin. I'm not sure what the purpose of that was, because it wasn't really under his basket. Marvin Cruz out to Almeda for 3, and he gets the first 3 points for the Fighting Maroons.
Finally, the shot and the made basket from Totti Almeda. Good drive and draw option by Marvin Cruz, and Almeda, the second leading scorer for UP, was barely under that 10-point mark. Made his first basket from the 3-point area.
Here's Manny Ramos. The turnaround shot doesn't go. Ball loose, taken by Almeda. He tries to split the LaSalle defense and draws the foul. It's going to be either on Gacko or Cardona. It's Jerwin Gacko that'll be given the foul, the rookie. Here's that Lipton Ice Tea 3-point shot, courtesy of Totti Almeda, brought to you by Lipton, the official Ice Tea of the UAAP.
He was wide open in that shot, and again, good play by Marvin Cruz. Totti has not shot well from the 3-point area here in this season. In fact, he's only averaging a percentage-wise 13.3%, but that was a good shot for him. But again, this is the matchup that we've been talking about as early as the first early minutes of the first quarter. The Marvin Cruz and the T.Y. Tang matchup. T.Y. Tang got the better of that matchup that time around because of a good defense and turnover violation. Once again, Marvin Cruz has turned the ball over 2 times already here in the first quarter.
Tang out to Cabatu. Gives it to Ramos. Ramos with the ball. Still has it. Bounces it inside. Once again to Cabatu. He goes against Cervantes. Cabatu, no look pass. Manny Ramos tipped away. And that's going to be last touch by LaSalle. UP ball as we take this timeout. 5:56 left here in the first quarter. LaSalle leads by 4, 7-3. There's June Bernardino, former PBA commissioner, and he's almost always here in all the UP games for the UAAP. And as you UP scores again. It's now a 2-point advantage for LaSalle. Take your pick from the biggest MMS wallpaper selection of your team's best moments and the most recent game highlights. Just text MMS to 23666. Brought to you by Pinoy Central, the exclusive mobile content provider for UAAP Season 66. Available only to Globe subscribers. Manny Ramos, before he got that shot off, we got another turnover here as the UP Fighting Maroons have scored 5 straight points against the Green Archers to cut the lead to 2 points. Full court pressure for LaSalle. Marvin Cruz just walks it up, gives it across to Robson Bornansin. Bornansin out to Almeda. He's hit a 3 earlier. This time he drives in the lane and he'll draw the foul. Looks like that's going to be on Mac Cardona.
First personal will be called against Mac Cardona, and the second team foul for De La Salle University. UP is doing a good job attacking the defense and forcing Mac Cardona to commit a foul. If UP can get Mac Cardona into foul trouble, they will have a better chance to win this one. But again, an outside shot for Marvin Cruz. He has not scored a basket here in this ballgame.
The ball will belong to UP with a fresh 24-second shot clock. They're down by 2, looking for the tie, but they're not going to get it that way as Marvin Cruz slips and the ball goes out of bounds. He's holding his ankle. Looks like he twisted it a little bit. Might need a substitution or he'll just walk it off. Sasakit yan mamaya pa.
Mamaya pa, mararamdaman niya, ma'am. Usually, nakatape naman yan na mga yan. And as far as Coach Lito is concerned, ayaw na makakita ng mga injured players. Team is decimated right now because of series of injuries.
Cardona gets his 4th point of the ball game. Extends the lead to 4 as well. Marvin Cruz against T.Y. Tang, sets it up. And looking for the open guy, and he led J.R. Reyes a little bit too much. That was a good backdoor cut by Reyes.
It was a good read on the defense by J.R. Reyes, but the pass was just really bad. There's no way J.R. Reyes can get the handle of that basketball. So turnover once again. 2 straight turnovers for Marvin Cruz. The biggest already on the scorer's table. If there's one null, sigurado papasok na yan. But I still like the way Coach Lito is giving confidence to Marvin Cruz. This is just the first year of Marvin, and we know with this kind of skills, in the next few years, he will be a force to reckon with here in the UAAP.
Offensive rebound to Manny Ramos. He claims he was bumped out of bounds, but no call. They'll give the ball to UP. Couple of substitutions. Marvin Cruz will be replaced by John Tabike. Actually, just one substitution, rather, for the Fighting Maroons. So Tabike, the second-year player out of San Beda High School, gives it to Almeda, also from San Beda High School. Almeda dribbles cross-court to Tabike. The drive against T.Y. Tang all the way to the basket, blocked away, taken by Robson Bornansin inside. He passes it to Cervantes, who was rejected by Manny Ramos as the shot clock expires off that shot.
That was a nice extra pass by Robson Bornansin, but the ability of Manny Ramos to react quickly on the kind of defense that he will do made that possible. Look at it, he helped out, and that's what's quick enough to rotate to Joseph Cervantes to block that shot. A great defensive gem by Manny Ramos.
Well, that defensive play brought to you by Rick Zona, your best defense against odor and wetness. Here's Mac Cardona, gives it to Manny Ramos, baseline jumper, a little long, and taken by J.R. Reyes. Tabike pushing it up for the Maroons. John Tabike gets past T.Y. Tang, but Aquino was right there. Out to Almeda. Almeda with the ball. Out to Tabike. Makes the 3. Steps 1 in. And air ball for the second jumper. Cardona pushing it up to Cabatu. Right side. Cabatu back to T.Y. Tang. They'll set it up with 14 on the shot clock. Tang calls the play. Gets a screen from Cabatu. Drives against Tabike. Ahead to Aquino. Aquino with the ball inside to Cabatu against Cervantes. Cabatu backs his way. Cardona thought about the 3. 1 on the shot clock. Cardona does not beat it as he misses the shot.
That's good defense. UP really displaying the kind of defense that they're really known for here in this season. Even if they're not scoring really well, that kind of defense really is making things good for them, at least in this particular ball game.
Still a 4-point lead for LaSalle. We have a timeout. Don't go back here at the Big Dome. And that's some UP fans here. Go UP Fighting Maroons. And on the other side, LaSalle fans hoping actually for Joseph Yo to enter the ball game, as he's the only one in that list that is not in the game so far. In turnover situation, UP not taking care of the ball.
Yeah, that's already potential 14 points that they lost, and they've only scored because of that shot 7 points. So they've turned the ball over at the same rate as they're scoring here in the first quarter. So UP again should take good care of the basketball. Otherwise, LaSalle, being the best offensive team in the league, will really pounce on that, especially in the second, third, and even in the fourth quarter.
Well, you know, if they turn over the ball as much as they score, I guarantee you they are not going to win this game.
That's right.
Here's Robson Bornansin inside against 4 green shirt. Gives it to Ibanez for 3. Another air ball for UP. Robson Bornansin blocked away by Ramos. Here's Ibanez getting the offensive rebound. But a lot of chances here for the UP Fighting Maroons. Bornansin challenges everybody. Nothing there. Ramos finally gets the rebound. Gives it to T.Y. Tang. 3-on-2 fast break. No look pass to Benitez all the way. The pass to Cardona is not before he commits a charging violation.
And for as long as UP makes the necessary stops on offense, and they will not allow DLSU to run back and score easy baskets and keep the score low, maybe they will have a chance in the end. That was a great sacrifice move on the part of J.R. Ibanez. That's the kind of sacrifice that you want your players to do, especially yung ganito mga times na nothing is at stake. You want to see the character of your individual players.
Joseph Yo enters the game to replace Mark Cardona. J.R. Reyes backs his way against Manny Ramos. Hits the shot, and he threw the contact, so he's going to have a 3-point play opportunity here with a free throw.
Well, a lot of expectations, high expectations at that, were raised and were expected from J.R. Reyes. Is only averaging 6.6 points per ball game, and as far as I'm concerned, I think is really underachieving in this season. A lot of agents are touting him to be the next Kirby Raimundo. Even the coaches are thinking that he's the next Kirby Raimundo. But he has to show it on the floor, and this biggest test is already in the second year, and he has to get better in the remaining games of UP.
And you know, Ryan, if there was ever a time that J.R. Reyes should show what he can do, it's really now. He's in the second year. Kenneth Robin is injured, as we have a whistle here, and a bunch of other big men for the Fighting Maroons are also injured. So J.R. Reyes definitely he called for the foul here. Right on cue. but really, this is the time for him to shine, because the opportunity is there. He's going to get the minutes because of the injuries, and he just has to show his stuff.
And I'm just looking at his numbers here in this season. It's just again, what I've said earlier, it's just averaging 6.6 points per game, and a very low 17 of 64, or a very low 26.6% from the field. So we talk about shot selection again. For a guy who's close to 6'7", maybe he's taking a lot of shots from the outside. That's why his percentage is low. It's just maturity na kailangan na mag-work on ni J.R. Reyes.
Usually, yung mga guards ang mababang percentage, yung mga big men always are at the top of the list in terms of field goal percentage. That pass going to by Aquino. 2-on-1 fast break. Gives it to Joseph Yo, and he lost it out of bounds.
Well, UP is still lucky. Even if they're turning the ball over a lot of times, they're able to redeem themselves by making good stops on the transition defense. So all is not lost for them. 10-9, DLSU only up by 1 point. Less than 30 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
But you know, this is the kind of pace that UP finals actually need. The bid gives UP a 1-point lead. Shot clock is off, because LaSalle is used to scoring a lot of points. They lead the league in points and field goal percentage.